Hello and welcome to this Earth topic video. Now in this one we're looking at night and day and seasons, and just before we go on, what a beautiful picture, isn't it? Sunset somewhere, absolutely gorgeous. Now let's start with a very basic question, okay? What's a year? So do you what's a year, what do you say? Would you say year is a time taken for a planet to complete one orbit of the Sun? Well, if you did say that, you're absolutely right. So a year is a time taken for a planet like the Earth to complete one orbit completely around the Sun. Now the Earth takes 365 and a quarter days to orbit once around the Sun. That quarter there, that quarter is very important. So the Earth takes 365 and 1/4 days to orbit once around the Sun. Now, because it's a quarter, kind of a quarter day, can you? So what they do, they add up the quarters. So we've got 4 years worth of quarters equals 1 day. So this is why we have a leap year every 4th year. In a leap year, we have 366 days, and that's to make up for all the quarters. If you want to know which year has a leap year, if you think about the year, say it was 2016. Now if you can divide 2016 exactly by 4, it's a leap year. So 2016 goes in mental arithmetic here 54 times, so therefore 2016 was a leap year. There were 366 days. The next leap year would be 2020. Now if that was a year, what's a day? Well, a day is a complete rotation around the axis. So the Earth spins on its axis. We're not aware of this, but we are actually travelling quite fast because we're spinning. But the Earth spins on its axis, and it does so once every 24 hours. So a day lasts 24 hours. Now this rotation, okay, makes the Sun appear to move, but the Sun doesn't move. Okay, the Sun doesn't move, but appears to because the rotation of the Earth. Why we have night and day. So where we here, this is the east coast of America. So as that rotates around, it appears to them that the Sun is moving in the sky, but it's not the Sun that's moving, it's them. So if you are facing away from the Sun, it's night time. If you're facing towards the Sun, it is daytime. Right, so we now know what a year is, we now know what a day is. What about these things called seasons? Now seasons are climatic changes, okay, and these seasons are caused by the tilt of the Earth's axis. Go back a slide. Notice the Earth isn't exactly upright, okay. It doesn't spin on an axis that is completely upright like that, but it is in fact tilted. So the seasons are caused by the tilt of the Earth's axis. Now so here we've got June 21st, this is, I'm talking about the UK, there's the UK, June 21st it's summer. September 22nd is autumn. December 21st is winter, and March 21st it's spring. When I'm recording this is April, so we've just gone into spring. In the UK we're sort of in this area here. So what is it about the tilt that causes the seasons? Well, let's look first of all at summer in the UK. Looking forward to that. Now in summer in the UK, northern hemisphere, that's the bit north of the equator, is tilted towards the Sun. Okay. Now days are longer in the northern hemisphere and nights are shorter. So as I'm making this video, it got light at about 6 o'clock this morning, and it'll get dark about 8 p.m. tonight. So days are getting significantly longer, which is lovely. So days are longer in northern hemisphere, nights are shorter. Land, because it's exposed to the Sun for longer, gets warmer. Now the other thing is that because the Sun is now pointing more directly over northern hemisphere, okay, the Sun's rays are more focused on a smaller area, so it gets warmer. So as the Earth tilts this way towards the Sun, the northern hemisphere towards the Sun, it starts getting warmer. We move towards summer on June 21st. Now the opposite is winter. Winter in the UK. Now winter, the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the Sun. More of the southern hemisphere is exposed here. Can you see that? Northern hemisphere is tilted away. Northern hemisphere tilted away from the Sun, which means days are shorter in the Northern Hemisphere, nights are longer, and the land gets colder. So by 21st December we may have, about 6 hours of daylight in the UK and 18 hours of night. Definitely it's colder. And also the sun's rays are more spread out in the Northern Hemisphere over a larger area, so it gets colder. Okay, now the thing to remember is when it's summer in the Northern Hemisphere here, it's winter in the Southern Hemisphere and vice versa. So summer in the Southern Hemisphere, winter Northern Hemisphere. So when they're really down here in Australia enjoying a wonderful, wonderful Christmas type weather, bright sun and hot, up in the Northern Hemisphere here we are in the throes of a cold winter with snow and all that brings. Okay, so just remember, when it's summer in the Northern Hemisphere, it's winter in the Southern Hemisphere and vice versa. Okay, that's the end of this video. Let's just do some key words. Northern Hemisphere is the top half or north of the world, found anywhere above the equator, and season one of 4 times a year. I do love seasons, and they are winter, spring, summer or autumn. What's my favourite? Oh, it'd be a hard call there between spring and autumn. I love those 2 seasons. Okay, so copy these keywords into your vocab sheet. And if you're doing the quiz, good luck doing the quiz. Thanks for watching and listening, and I'll be back with another video very soon. So bye bye for now.